More interesting and creepy videos that are going to make us rethink everything. Thank you, Alicia, for the videos.
Matthew Perry. Oh, what's the theory on that? His whole death was actually planned. You go on his Instagram, I don't know if you've seen it, but he starts posting shit like this. Random videos.
He's watching the Batman, huh?
It shows Batman. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. And then he goes to the ceiling, shows the bat symbol. Right?
Okay.
Usually in the cartoons, what does a bat symbol symbolize? Something's in danger or someone needs help.
Yeah, like a bat signal. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So again, 2 days after, he posts another picture of a bat symbol in the pool. And he says, "Sleep well, everybody. I've got the city tonight. Matman." Right? So it's just random. 2 days after, he posts another picture. Batman plays pickleball. Everyone's like, what the f? Is that an indicator? Because the day that he died, earlier on the day, he was playing pickleball. So was that an indicator like, once the day I play pickleball, something's gonna happen to me?
That's weird.
Right?
Interesting.
Next video, a day after. He dropped.
Show you the one secret that separates winners from losers more than anything else. So if this was available,
I know we've seen this. Let me see if there's anything else in this video.
The secret to winning is taking action while others hesitate.
Yes.
All right, now don't go away yet. Come back. Tell us your name.
Debbie.
What did Debbie do that no one else in the audience did? She got up and she took action. See, too many times we sit around and we wait and we hope and we dream and we affirm and we pray and we meditate and we do all that. And all that's important. It's part of the process. But at a certain point, the opportunity shows up. And if you don't act, you get to sit and not have $50.
That video will forever remind me of the Bible verse of ask and it shall be given, knock and it shall be open, seek and you shall find. I use that verse a lot because I love it, because if you really look into what it's saying, everything that it's telling you to do is telling you to do something. It doesn't say to just sit around. It's saying ask, that's something that you have to do. Seek, that's something that you have to do. Knock, that's something that you have to do. It's powerful. Like, it teaches you to you can't just sit around. You have to do something. And yes, prayer is important, but it's the faith behind the prayer. Pray, but it has to be actions behind the prayer, which is why Yahuwah says faith without works is dead. Faith without action is dead. Just make you look at life different. But hallelujah, I love that video.
Did you know Coraline never actually escaped the otherworld? Throughout the film, we see that every time Coraline enters the otherworld, she enters it through this tunnel, and the way she leaves this otherworld is by falling asleep. Now we see Coraline enter and leave the otherworld 4 times throughout the film, but it's the 3rd time that I'm a little suspicious about. Now, halfway through the movie, the other mother reveals that she wants to replace Coraline's eyes with these buttons, which happen to the ghost kids Coraline meets later on in the film. Anyway, Coraline tries to sleep after this, but it doesn't work. She's still trapped in the other world. Sure, we see her exit back to her world through the tunnel 2 more times in the film, but notice how the tunnel is no longer colorful and vibrant like it was earlier, which implies that the tunnel is no longer transferring Coraline between worlds, and that everything we see is still in the imaginative world created by the other mother or the beldam. So then why do the people no longer have button eyes like we know they do in the other world? Well, it's a blink it and you'll miss it moment, but we do see that the beldam does have the powers to replace button eyes with real eyes. Right there. And if that can't convince you that Coraline is still trapped in the other world, notice how the cat teleports in the end of the movie. So that's why I asked.
I should not eat this chocolate cake. Why'd you take it? Because I'm weak. Here, Zoe, you have it. No, I'm trying to be good. Lola, go for it. There's like 1 billion calories in that thing. 2 days and I've only lost half a pound?
Wow.
I'm going off this stupid diet.
Cake's here!
Who needs cake when you can lick ice on a stick?
Bye.
Hire the smart fat girl.
I don't fit in here. I am not skinny.
Corn chowder. You do know that cellulite is one of the main ingredients in corn chowder.
And none of girls here eat anything?
Not since 2 became the new 4.
See, your tummy is a bit big.
Daddy Pig is a bit round in the tummy.
Daddy's big tummy. That's right.
Worry, darling. Nope. Rings of Power. Bros. Woman King. She-Hulk. Turning Red from Disney, The Little Mermaid, Baymax. It's like they are nearly incapable of making a film without putting this into it. And when people recognize it and they call it out, they bully the consumers into submission on this. We heard Viola Davis say in reference to Woman King.
If you don't come see it, then you're sending a message that black women cannot lead the box office globally, that you are supporting that narrative.
What do you think about this new form of marketing, which is essentially just this bulldogging and bullying of the American market into watching movies?
Well, I think it's a good way to end your industry. One of the monikers you hear, well, we want to make a product that reflects the world we actually live in. But what the truth of that is, it's the Los Angeles we actually live in, not the rest of the world.
Page 23.
This isn't a book?
Here it is. What's the educational benefit of talking about the What's the educational benefit of talking about that? Is that going to help someone on the SAT score? Hear me kind. Get a shot at that. She can care less. That's a sign. She needs to put down her sign. A second. Oh, you're putting me out. For what? For asking you to abide by the rules. A board member held up a sign, but the audience couldn't hold up signs. This is tyranny, and we're dealing with a corrupt government system.
They're not gonna do it. Wow. Thank you, Jones, for the videos.
Let's know that Dr. King did not die from a gunshot wound. Rather, Dr. King died from suffocation. In 1999, the King family won a wrongful death lawsuit against Lloyd Jowers for the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. The jury found that King was the victim of a conspiracy involving the Memphis police and federal agencies. The family was awarded $100 in damages. The lawyer for the King family was William F. Pepper, and William F. Pepper was a friend of Dr. King, and he took on his case and he started digging up stuff, and he realized that Dr. King did not die from a gunshot wound, rather from suffocation.
Now, did the shot actually kill him? And if not, how did he die?
No, the shot did not kill him. We all believed that Martin King was killed by that shot by Strausser. He was still alive when he was taken to the hospital. He was being worked on in the emergency room of the hospital. And I think the emergency staff were trying to do their best to keep him alive. And he was still breathing and alive. When the head of neurosurgery of the hospital, Dr. Breen Bland, came in to the emergency room with two other men in suits. And he said to the people in the emergency room, stop working on that and let him die.
Wait,
and then he said, after a pause, now get out of here, all of you, leave this room, get out. And he emptied the room. And as he was emptying the room, a surgical nurse was the last one out. And she heard them do this, like picking up water in their mouths. And that caught her attention, and she turned and she saw them spit on the body of Dr. King, the three men. Then she saw Bland, Dr. Bland, take a pillow and put it over his face and suffocate him. And that's how Martin King was killed.
This story is so swept under the rugs. If you were to buy William F. Pepper's book, The Plot to Kill King, it's literally $100 on Amazon right now. That's actually the same amount of money the King family was awarded for the death of their father.
Thank you, Freddie, for the video. So we got Ritz crackers, Mountain Dew. Y'all drink coffee? Gatorade? Yeah. Farm raised salmon. I'm looking for something that's just gonna throw me off. Cherries, okay. So all these foods are banned in other countries except for ours. So I have a question. When you guys see videos like this, do you continue to eat on this stuff, or do you find better alternatives? Do you cut them off? What do you do? I really would like to know, because the more you watch these videos, it's like, how can you? The stuff that they name, I don't believe I even own. Maybe Ritz crackers we have in the cabinet, but I don't even buy processed food. Where I shop, they don't have nutrition facts. So I'm shopping in like the vegetables and the fruit section. For like 80% of my stuff, if I'm being honest. Thank you, Epic, for the video.
Jeffrey Hinton.
Jeffrey Hinton,
Seen as the godfather of artificial intelligence, has quit his job at Google, warning of the dangers of AI.
does humanity know what it's doing?
No.
Of course not.
I think we're moving into a period when, for the first time ever, we may have things more intelligent than us.
You believe they can understand?
Yes.
You believe they are intelligent?
Yes.
You believe these systems have experiences of their own and can make decisions based on those experiences?
In the same sense as people do, yes.
Are they conscious?
I think they probably don't have much self-awareness at present. So in that sense, I don't think they're conscious.
Will they have self-awareness, consciousness?
Oh, yes. I think they will in time.
And so human beings will be the second most intelligent beings on the planet.
Second most is wild.
Yeah. We have a very good idea of sort of roughly what it's doing. But as soon as it gets really complicated, we don't actually know what's going on any more than we know what's going on in your brain.
What do you mean we don't know exactly how it works? It was designed by people.
No, it wasn't. What we did was we designed the learning algorithm. But when this learning algorithm then interacts with data, it produces complicated neural networks that are good at doing things, but we don't really understand exactly how they do those things.
Because somebody talks to you and smiles in your face doesn't mean the energy is right. Yeah, but exactly already with this word, when I say energy, yeah, it's sometimes strange to people. They say, "Wow, it's esoteric." So what do you mean by energy? But people can laugh in your face, but you feel it's not real. People can just sit there and you can feel their suffering. People can sit there and pretend to smile, but you can feel they're angry. This is what I, in a simple way, say. Beyond what we see, obviously, there is another area that gives you more and more real, actually, information than the obvious what you think you see. What energy is behind there?
Look at Japan. Japan is the only country that got rich without getting fat. 4.5% of Japanese people are obese, compared to 26% in Britain and 42.5% in the United States. 70% are obese or overweight. The first thing you think when you hear that is, oh, it must just be genetic. But we know that's not true, because in the late 19th century, loads of Japanese people went to live in Hawaii, and there's now this settled Japanese population in Hawaii who've been there for 4 or 5 generations, and they're almost as fat as other Hawaiians. Actually, when the environment changes, Japanese people become obese like everyone else. So I went to a school called Koenji School, which takes kids from 5 to 18. And I remember with these kids, I was asking them their favorite foods. And the first kid I asked said, oh, my favorite food is broccoli. I was like, right. And the third one was like, I like white rice. And I said to Chie, my translator, are these kids trolling me, right? Like, what, their favorite foods are broccoli and, like, white rice? And she just looked kind of puzzled. And every Japanese person I asked said, well, we teach our children to like healthy food.
I love that.
Don't your children like healthy food?
For my daughter, and you came like, Dad, this man tried to do X, Y, and Z. Wait, what he did? What? Tell me what happened. And then you start off with, we were Netflix and chilling. Then I'm like, okay, you can stop that story right there. First thing I'm gonna teach my little girl is you're a female. And you could think you're big and bad, but even a weak pin you down. And that's just what it is. You don't like the sound of it, and I'm not trying to make her like the sound. I'm just trying to make her deal with the reality. Yeah. So when she understands that, she's gonna say, okay, well, I ain't gonna be in private with any dude unless I already know I'm willing to deal with what comes along with that.
Thank you, Earthy, for the video. Hmm. What?
The Dark Brothers. Checkerboard floor. It's a ritual. Black everything. They are called the Brotherhood of the Remedy of Souls, founded in 1537. What do you think is really happening here?
Recibimos a nuestra Madre, a María Santísima, Madre de Dios en sus tristezas.
Yeah, I rebuke this in Jesus' name.
I'm voting for the man that's gonna take America back, baby, Donald J. Trump, man.
What's one of your biggest issues?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be inflation, because I sell t-shirts and all that stuff.
Your t-shirts are made in the USA?
No, my blanks, no. See, that's the thing Trump's talking about. If we tax them, hit tariffs, the same item they're making over there will cost the same to make over here.
We pay the tariffs.
Well, the companies pay the tariffs, not us.
China doesn't pay the tariffs. We do when they come in.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Like if I'm buying 1,000 shirts from China and there's a tariff on it, I'm paying the tariff.
Well, no, whoever's getting it imported in is going to pay the tariffs.
Yeah. I'm the business owner. I'm paying the tariff. China doesn't pay it. I pay for it.
Well,
like if I'm the business owner and I buy 1,000 shirts.
I see what you're saying.
China's not... Jolly. So I'm trying to explain.
Who pays the tariff? They're paying the tariff.
Do you think that? Do you believe that? I was trying to say, because I sell merch as well.
Tip of the iceberg. It's going to get so much darker and it's going to get so much deeper. Pederasty, incest, lies. They knew was a network of disgusting sexual crimes that were happening.
This is verification 99% that Justin Bieber is the A-list celebrity in the Diddy video that everybody's been talking about. We're talking about 3 separate news stories that when you look at them all together, it's over.
I am telling you that all across the world, we are beginning to wake up to this, and I certainly won't be the person that backs down from this fight.
Thank you, Mooney, for the video.
You can introduce yourself to everybody, but you should only reveal yourself to people you can trust. Because when I'm in my glory, I'm vulnerable. And I need to know how you're going to act when I shine. Because what will happen if you take your down here, friends, to your up here place, then they're going to discourage you and perhaps make you feel unworthy up here, which will cause you to go back down here with them. And the only reason why they want you down here with them is because they don't have enough courage to make the changes in their life to go up here with you. God, send me somebody who won't try to outshine my shine. Send me somebody who will bless you because you blessed me. Send somebody who will just clap because it's my season. And here's the greatest thing about having a good friend. If I ever get a season and you support me in mine, let me tell you, when I get in this thing and I see you trying to go somewhere, ain't no limit to what I will pour on you, because if you were there for me down here, I know I can trust you.
2 things popped up for me on that video. One is it's a song and it basically says they hate to see you doing better than them. That is a deep quote with certain people. Not everybody, just with certain people. They hate to see you doing better than them. And then this is why you have to surround yourself with successful people, because you know that saying, like, if you surround yourself with 5 successful people, you will be the 6th. If you surround yourself with 5 smokers, you will be the 6th smoker. It reminds me of that quote that goes, like, your people, your friends, they're either your circle or they're a cage. Then I just thought of this other quote that basically says, until it's my turn, I will keep clapping for others happily. Clap for others, seriously, like not just doing it, but actually meaning it. Because this also teaches you to pay close attention to those around you who don't clap for you.
After watching this video, you may never use an emoji again, and for good reason. The reason that all of our emojis look the same across all major communication platforms, Android, Samsung, Mac, Microsoft, is because of this company called Unicode. And they have standardized emojis and little icons across the board. Well, previously on their website, one of their members was the Sultan of Oman. And you may be thinking, what the Sam Damn does Oman have to do with Unicode? Well, the Lesser Key of Solomon is a black magic book with 72 different sigils summoning demonic entities. A sigil is a symbol that has a lot of power attached to it, and the crafting of these sigils is considered to be one of the highest magical arts. Do you know how many face core original emojis there were? There was 72, just like there were 72 sigils for summoning demons. Now, the original emojis that came out were very sigilistic, black and white. But we have the rendered version here now, and you see the resemblance is uncanny. And the original rendered and the sigil for summoning demons. And we have this one, this one, this one, another, boom. So basically by using these emojis, you are essentially using a sigil for summoning demonic entities. The question is, what effect does this have on us? And why was it very important to get a uniform emoji across the board for all of us to use? Follow for part 2, comment your thoughts below.
Thank you, Des, for the videos.
When this 23-year-old man fell in love with a 12-year-old, he took the lives of her entire family so they could be together. This is 23-year-old Jeremy Steinke, and in 2006, he was dating 12-year-old Jasmine Richardson. Jasmine's family did not approve of her relationship with a man nearly twice her age and tried to get her to stop seeing him. The family took away ways Jasmine could communicate with Jeremy, but she continued to find ways to contact him. Eventually, Jasmine and Jeremy came up with a plan so they could be together without any interruptions. Jasmine suggested the idea of Jeremy taking the lives of her family, and he happily agreed. On April 23, 2006, Jeremy entered Jasmine's home with knives, ready to take action on their plan. Jeremy took the lives of Jasmine's mother and father, and when he reached her little brother, Jasmine helped by holding him down during the attack. When their plan was finished, they fled the scene, leaving the horrifying remains for a family friend to later find. Later, the two attended a party where they were seen laughing and joking about the crimes they had just committed. The police quickly located and arrested the two for the murders of the Richardson family. During their trial, the two blamed each other for making the plan, but admitted their willing participation in the murders. Jeremy was sentenced to life in prison, while Jasmine was sentenced to only 10 years. This was the maximum sentence a 13-year-old could receive by law. Jasmine Richardson was released from prison in May 2016.
She has a super memory and remembers every single moment of her life, even recalling moments right after birth.
Oh, wow.
Rebecca Sherrock has an incredibly rare syndrome that doesn't let her forget, and for the longest time, she thought everyone was this way. And while some say her super memory is a superpower, Rebecca says otherwise, because recalling nearly every life event with great precision comes with both the good and the bad. Every hurtful thing that's ever happened to her, every betrayal, every time she was bullied, it's all stored in a mental filing cabinet that she can't empty. Give her a random date and she'll give you the exact details of what happened that day. But when an old memory pops up, she's not just thinking about it. She has to relive the memory and has the same emotional response of the day it happened, like a really intense time travel. So what do you think? Is it a superpower or a curse?
That's a pro and a con if you ask me.
Information is power. If you don't have the information, one cannot seize power. You need to think about becoming mentally competitive. Being black does not free you from being a responsible individual.
Yeah, but being a responsible individual don't free you from being black, now do it.
That's right. Poor misguided soul. You have yet to learn the rules of this game.
He will. I don't want to. See, I'm smart enough to know it's not my game to play. Just a pawn like everybody else.
Used intelligently, a pawn can create a checkmate, Mr. Williams, or become a very powerful player himself. Don't you understand? This is all a game. All of this. Like basketball, football, Mr. Big Time Track Star, a game. You play it and you play it to win, because in the real world, no one wants to hear excuses or empty rhetoric. No. They want to know if you have a plan.
He's always playing
Mr. Williams, like Mr. White, good afternoon.
Like he be knowing.
All right.
They said that this movie is called Higher Learning for those that wanted to know. But yes, knowledge is power. Thank you, Rico, for the video.
His mother took both of her daughters to fight with her, and they both passed away because of it.
Recent witnesses say the sisters, along with their mother, went into that beauty supply store to confront worker there. Now 2 people are dead. After 3 people went inside the store Wednesday, but only 1 came out. Hot Springs police confirmed 19-year-old Mernea Myers and her sister, 22-year-old Monteria Myers, and their mother went into Simply Unique Hair Beauty Supply to confront one of the workers. They got in a fight with that employee. Witnesses say the worker was badly beaten, grabbed a gun, and shot at the women. One sister died at the scene, the other died at the hospital. Their mother got in a black car and drove off. A shooter was taken in for questioning but not arrested. Now those in the area say they worry about retaliation and are keeping quiet. They say the beauty shop worker and the owner have left the city for safety.
The 2 girls were attempting to retreat, but the beauty shop worker discharged at them from the back. Police found her actions justified. What do you think about what their mother did, and who's the real victim?
Clouds falling from the sky everywhere.
This random cloud landed in my backyard, guys. It's super fluffy.
That's bubbles.
Look at that. I'm gonna send the cloud back to the sky. Bye-bye,
How would he
cloud.
touch that though? What if it... Oh. That is so weird. I just wouldn't have touched it.
This is the view of clouds falling down from the sky. If you see this happen, run.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you, so I'm gonna have to show you. Clouds are falling out of the sky again. This is somewhere.
Why does cloud look heavy?
Do y'all remember a few weeks ago where I showed you the clouds falling out of China? And then there was somewhere in America as well.
You gonna send the cloud?
Guys, what does this mean? Does this mean the simulation is falling? Oh my god.
That's so... She waving.
And also keep up with your
This perfect cloud just landed in our backyard.
How
now
are they making
Ava's
these?
trying to catch it. Let's see if we can get it. It looks like it's coming down. It's coming down. Oh my gosh.
If you don't jump higher...
There's no other clouds in the sky, just this one. Catch it, catch it, catch it.
Hey phone friends, let's spread some positivity on TikTok today. I dare you to comment on this video 3 reasons why you love clouds. Go!
Stores that are closing in 2025. Walgreens is closing 500 stores this year, with plans to shutter 1,200 by 2027. Party City is shutting down all 800 US stores by February, marking the end of an era for party supplies. Big Lots is closing all 960 locations, with liquidation sales already underway. Sears is shutting down 15 more stores, leaving fewer than 10 locations nationwide. Kmart is closing its remaining 5 stores, marking the end of a retail icon. GameStop plans to close 300 stores as it struggles in a shifting market. Family Dollar is closing 100 underperforming locations this year. CVS is cutting 300 stores as it consolidates overlapping locations. Dollar Tree is planning to close 200 stores to improve profitability. Bed Bath & Beyond is shutting its last remaining stores, marking the chain's final chapter. Macy's is closing 10 more stores as part of its nationwide downsizing. Banana Republic is closing 30 locations as it focuses on online shopping.
Society, we are exposed to so much information. Radio, television, newspapers, magazines, books tell us all sorts of attractions about things that other people are doing, and we're always wishing we were in somebody else's shoes.
Thank you, Parallel, for the video.
Santorini, Greece is popping up with earthquakes, so I had to look into the biblical significance of this. Oh my God, you won't even believe what I found. I typed in Santorini in the Bible. I'm thinking maybe something will pop off. Apparently there is a belief that the eruption of the volcano in Santorini caused the 10 plagues of Egypt. Now God will use whatever he sees fit to make things happen. So whether it was or wasn't, it's irrelevant. The fact that I can look up Santorini and the Bible, and there is a thing where people believe that that's what caused the 10 plagues of Egypt. Okay, follow me. So I had to know, how long did the 10 plagues of Egypt last? Now remember, the 10 plagues happens before Passover. Oh my God.
Right.
Stay with me. Some people believe it was 10 months, each plague lasting a month. Some people believe 10 weeks. Betting it was more like 10 weeks. Know why? And knowing what times we're in right now, the biblical significance of something popping off right now in specifically Santorini, Greece, possibly even volcanic eruption action, you know? It's time to go home.
I was going to try to squeeze in some more videos, but I like how that one ended. So I'm actually in Torah portions of reading the 10 plagues. So let's see if I can remember all of them, how they went. It was the turning the water into blood. It was the frogs. It was lice, flies, the killing of the livestock, boils, hail. Hold on, work with me. Locusts, darkness, and the killing of the firstborn. No, I get happy and excited when I read stuff, but that's where I'm at. And seeing, you know, the 10 plagues happen, it's like Pharaoh let them go, but we also read that Yahuwah hardened Pharaoh's heart, and the reason why he did that was to continue to show his wonders on the earth, that Yahuwah is Allah and there is no one else before him, and there's not ever going to be another one that comes after him. You get what I'm saying? So, and then also it was a plague on each god, in other words. So it was to show that he's the Allah over all gods. And he did that. What finally made Pharaoh break was the smiting of the firstborn children. And it wasn't only just children, it was also the livestock, cattle as well. That was the whole point of Pesach, was that he took them out of the land of their captivity and brought them out. And just seeing, you know, the blood on the doorpost. Because imagine if somebody didn't have the faith to listen to Moses and Aaron and was like, we're not about to put blood on our doorpost. Your firstborn child would have been killed, just like all the others in Egypt. So that's just where I've been, what I've been reading. And that's what I mean by like read the word. That's why I'm like, I know people be like, where do I start? Start from the beginning. And then what you can do is you can look up Torah portions. They have where you can read Torah, like all of Torah for the whole year. Not only Torah, you can read Torah, you can read the prophets, and you can read the Brit Hadashah, which is the New Testament all together. And this is your Bible plan reading for a year. I'll post a link in the description so that you guys can go see, so that you guys can follow along. You guys can just pick up, or you guys can start from the beginning. Hallelujah. We just learning to read the word, learning to know Yahuwah's word, because we know, again, that faith comes by hearing, and that hearing is of the word. We also know that man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahuwah. And to know what Yahuwah loves and what he hates, we must read his word. This is how we know and understand Yahuwah. This is how we know good from evil and evil from good. So woe to those who call good evil and evil good. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I'm just, yeah, but praise Yahuwah and Yahusha. That's all for today's video. I don't know if y'all got the point, but yeah, that's all for today's video. I told y'all, when y'all see that earphone come out, that's when y'all know. But shout out to everyone that sent in videos. I truly do appreciate it. I stopped doing shout outs after a while because I was shouting out the same people, but I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Jones, Dez, Mooney, Jones, Earthy, just in case I didn't say your names. Hootie, just want to make sure I give credit where credit's due. I've seen Epic on here. I know Freddie was on here. Elishaba, Hector. So thank you to all those that sent in videos. And again, if you want to know how to send in your video for me to see it and to react to it on the screen, all you have to do is join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. The reason why I promote my Discord so heavily is because this is the best way to send your videos to me. On top of that, it's the best way to get announcements. If you want to know where I've been, why I haven't posted, or where I'm at, or when I'm going to post, it's all in Discord. And then on top of that, if they happen to mention some books, you know, that's going to edify us, I'll post like the PDF for free for everybody in the Discord. Like, I just do stuff like that just to, y'all support me, so I just want to help y'all as well, especially if it's going to edify and uplift us, change us, and basically we're going to feed, like, you know, our spirit, our soul, and our body. So anything I can help, I definitely will for free. I do want to say that we are on the road to 900,000 people, which is mind-blowing because I know it is all Yahuwah and Yahusha. So speaking of Yahuwah and Yahusha, I want to give all esteem, all kabod, and all honor to my Saba Yahuwah Lua and my Abba, my Adoni, Yahusha HaMashiach for blessing me with everything as a whole, because at the end of the day, I'm just a vessel that they work in and through. So I have to give credit and honor where it is due. I also want to say, I know y'all see the merch. Shop Perkyy.com, link in the description. This is my super fave. No, it does not come see-through. My shirt, mine see-through. I was playing. No, it's green, so it blends in with the screen on the back. But if you happen to buy some merch from me, may you please take a picture and tag me in it so I can feature you on the website. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for too much. I just want to say thank you in advance for all those that have been shopping and supporting, because I have been getting orders back to back to back. And I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. Plus, it's all about rocking some merch that's going to edify not only the body, but those around you. Trust me, this is going to be eye-catching. I promise you somebody's going to comment on the merch that you wear, the Shop Perkyy merch. But that is all for today's video, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one, and I will see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't